Hi guys and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Caitlyn and I upload Disney related content, lifestyle videos and also vlogs. So if you are new, welcome to the channel and I hope you enjoy what I have to offer and I hope you enjoy this video too. So without further ado, I'm going to get into today's video. As you can see, I have started off with a very spotty and oily face. That's because I'm going to be doing a makeup video today, which you already know from the title of the video. So I thought I would try and recreate the makeup look that I did for my year 13 prom. So my year 13 prom was a few days ago from when I'm filming this video, and I loved the makeup that I did, even though it was quite rushed. So I thought I'd try and recreate it now. Now I have to take these off when I film, so it will be quite interesting. If you've watched my first makeup video, you'll see how interesting it is to do my makeup without my glasses. So I'm going to give it a try now. If my face is covered by a mirror and stuff, I apologise, but we're going to try and get through this video as best as I can. I'm going to try and explain all the products that I have. However, things like makeup brushes and stuff, I just have a random collection of makeup brushes that just don't really have any, like, one particular collection. So yeah, I'll try and explain the products I'm using, but the brushes are just going to use whatever I can pick up from my makeup drawer, which is in front of me. So without further ado, I'm going to take these off and we're going to get started. So currently I can't really see much from the viewfinder of the camera, so if I end up looking away from the camera, I do apologise. However, I have my mirror here, which is actually my eyeshadow palette, but I'm going to use this. So I'm going to be applying most of my base with a sponge. This is the Real Techniques complexion sponge, I think it is. It's quite bouncy once you've wet it with water, obviously. So yeah, I'm going to be using this, and the first two products I'm going to be using are obviously foundation. I don't normally mix my foundations, however on Friday I did, because I wanted more coverage than I normally do. So I mixed my Revoltuion Pro Full Cover Camouflage Foundation in F2 and my Estee Lauder Double Wear Light in Intensity 1 together. I think it gave a great look and it didn't look too cakey, and it also covered all the spots that were lying underneath. So I'm going to mix these together and get on with applying it to my face. So I've just applied both the shades to my hand. They are quite different in colour, even though they're both one of the lightest shades in the range of foundation. But I think mixing them together gives a good look, and it also sort of matches my skin tone. We're going to mix these together and apply them to the face. So I've applied the first layer of foundation. I sort of do it in stages, apply a light layer and then I go in with the rest of the foundation that's on my hand. I also forgot to mention that I have also toned and cleansed and also moisturised and also applied a primer, which I just did off camera. So my base is already set, ready for foundation. I'm now going to go in with the rest of the foundation and start applying it down my neck, even though I had started to do so. And then we'll get on to So now the base is done, well, the foundation's done, I'm now going to move on to concealer, as I can still see quite a few of the spots on my face peeping through, and ideally I don't want to be able to see them. So a lot of them are red and inflamed, so I'm going to try and cover them as best as I can. However, when the night of prom I didn't have as many spots as I have now, but I'm going to try my best to cover them up as I can. And to do that, I'm going to be using a mix of concealers. So I'm going to be using the it's called Revolution Makeup Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour Concealer in the shade C1. And if I can find my other concealer, I'm going to be using the Collection Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer in their new shade, which is Extra Fair, which is 0. So that's my under eyes concealed. I also put a bit of concealer on my nose bridge, and I also put the concealer onto my eyelids sort of as a primer for the eyeshadow, which will come later. I'm now going to move on to try and spot conceal with C1. So that's the concealer done. I've tried my very best to conceal the big spots on my forehead, which isn't great, but I just thought I'd keep it natural and actually show you what my skin's actually like and how difficult it can be at times. But yeah, that's the base done. I sometimes do set my foundation, sometimes I don't. On the night of prom I didn't set my foundation, and I don't think I'm going to set my foundation today, as my skin is quite dry. But yeah, I'm going to move on to the next step, which for me normally is bronzer or contour. I didn't really contour that much. Well, I don't think I really did at all, to be fair, because the colour I used was quite was more like a bronzer, so I just stuck to that on the night of prom, and that is the Benefit Hula bronzer. It comes in a packaging like this. I've wanted to try this for so long. I finally got my hands on it about 2 months ago. It's now one of my favourite bronzers. So I'm going to go in with an angled brush, which is actually a Spectrum brush, but yeah. And I just apply that to my cheekbones and to my forehead and my jawline. That step is done, and I now moved on to blusher. I didn't want to go too over the top with blusher, so I opted for this Pixi Beauty Blush Duo in Peach Honey. I just used this mixed together as a blusher rather than as a highlighter, and I think it gave a quite nice glow on the cheeks. So the next step for me was actually not, well, it's going to be eyeshadow now. However, I actually started off with my eyeshadow the other day, and I think it was quite good because I didn't have any fallout from the eyeshadow. However, I just felt like for me it wasn't a natural thing to do, as I'm used to doing it after my foundation and after my blush and after my bronzer and stuff. So I think I'm going to go in and do eyeshadow next. I'm going to use the palette which I did use on prom night, and it's the one that I've been using as the mirror. It's Freedom Pro 32 eyeshadow collection, yeah. Unfortunately the brand Freedom no longer exists, and it's been discontinued, so I'm going to look after this eyeshadow palette because it's one of my favourite neutral palettes. I'm going to try and remember what I did. I don't see how it's going to go if it's going to go that well. And I did use another palette which I can't seem to find right now, and it's not behind me. But yeah, if I can't find it, then I'm just going to make use with this palette and have to improvise. But yeah, I'm going to go in with this palette first. So I'm going to go in with a soft top blending brush, and I went in with one of the transition colours, and I'm just going to use this to sort of set the base of my eyes. These palettes normally do come with like names, but they're on plastic sheets, and I think I just lost the plastic sheet, so I can't really give any names. However, I'm just sort of doing it freestyle and taking it as it comes because I'm not the best at eyeshadow. The next thing I'm going to do is take the dark brown shade here and run it through my crease, if I can find a brush to do so. So I just place it on my outer corner, and then I blend inwards into the crease. I'm nowhere near an expert at this or at all of makeup, but I just give it a go after watching videos on YouTube, as I am a big fanatic for sitting up at midnight watching makeup videos when I can't sleep. I then took another brush and I took the sort of greyish brown the second line, and I just ran that through the crease as well, just to sort of add a bit more dimension, but I sort of kept it on the outer corner of the eye to sort of make it darker on the edge, to make it sort of a smoky look. So the next thing I went in with was a different palette, and I've found it now. It's the Maybelline Gigi Hadid collaboration. I went in with the a mix of the gold shade and the sort of champagne shade, and I just put that in the inner corner. A trick I picked up from YouTube was to pick up the eyeshadow and then spray it with setting spray. It sort of makes it more vibrant on the eye. So yeah, I'm going to give that a try now. And that's the eyeshadow complete. Yeah, I actually think it looks better today than it actually did on the night of prom. Now I'm going to move on to the next step, which is highlight, which is my absolute favourite thing, and I decided to use a new highlight on the night of prom, and it's the Revolution Bank of Revolution Platinum highlighter. I like to use a fan brush. A lot of people don't like fan brushes, however I think they're just the easiest thing to use. I am going to apply this to my cheekbones and down my nose, and I'm going to apply it to the bridge of my eyebrows once I've done them, which will come after this step. So that's highlighter done. I'm now going to go and do my eyebrows and come back in a minute. So I've done my eyebrows. They don't look the best, as I am not the best at eyebrows at all. However, I've just done them, and I realised that I've done this makeup look in a completely weird order, but it works for me, so it's fine. So obviously one of the final few steps is lips. I can't find the lipstick that I actually used on the night, as I think it's in one of my suitcases somewhere, because I haven't really unpacked yet. So I'm going to use one of my favourite lipsticks, which is a completely different colour, but I just love the formula and I love the colour, so I'm going to go ahead with this. It's the, I think it's I'm not even, it's quite old, I don't even know what brand it's from, which is a helpful thing. But yeah, anyway, it's sort of a nice nude, light nude, and I just love it. I'm not the greatest at lipstick application, so I'm not sure how this is actually going to go, but with this one you actually can't go wrong because it's quite light. It's not going to smudge everywhere, which is actually quite handy for me because lipstick and me just don't mix that well. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put that on now, and then we can come back and actually do the final step, which is setting my face. So that step is now done, and that's the face complete. I'm just going to quickly go ahead with some setting spray. This is my favourite setting spray at the moment. It's by Revolution Pro. It's their Supreme Hold Finishing Spray, and it costs about £6, which I think is an absolute bargain. I normally use the other Revolution ones, but this is their newest one and I absolutely love it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, spray this all over my face, let it dry in, and then we can see what the final look looks like. And there we go. I've now got my glasses on and I feel like me again. The lips look quite natural, which I actually think I wish I actually went for this colour on the night of prom. However, I think with my dress and stuff, the actual colour of my lips actually went, so it was all fine. As you probably have realised, or you haven't realised, I haven't put any mascara on because I wanted to keep as true as possible to the actual look, and I actually didn't put any mascara on, which was a complete accident because I was running around stressing that I wasn't going to get there in time, so I actually forgot to put mascara on, which was actually a blessing in disguise because it meant I didn't wake up the next morning with panda eyes, which was an absolute positive in what I think anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Obviously I'm nowhere near a makeup expert, like I wouldn't even say I'm that good at it, but I just give it a try and I thought I'd just do this video for fun. I hope you like this video, which I've already said, and if you would like to, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what your favourite makeup products are and maybe what I could check out. and don't forget to give a subscribe and turn on the notifications for when I upload. I don't really have an upload schedule, it's just sort of here and there, but yeah, don't forget to look out for all my future videos and check out all my past videos, and I'll see you in my next upload. Bye!